All right. Talking about fraud, from my own experience, one thing I know, fraud does not just happen in a day. It builds up over time, and the basic that leads to fraud is greed. When you're trying to get more than you've worked for, that's what drives you to commit fraud. And there are different types of fraud. There's insider fraud. That's the person committing the fraud is within the system, and there's an outsider fraud. The person committing the fraud is outside the system. Now, this fraud cannot succeed without the both of them working together. An insider cannot commit fraud without the help of an outsider because he needs to take the money out. Then the outsider too cannot commit a fraud without the help of an insider because he needs what information. So when it comes to fraud, it's not all fraud that comes through the bank.
Okay.
Some people commit fraud and they keep the money at home because the fraud has developed as in it has gone advanced. So some people know that they are traceable when they use the bank. So, common with the development to track fraud, there are a lot of things that have been put in place, like your BVN number. Some people, when they decided the BVN, they didn't understand what BVN was leading to. BVN is an identification that is unique to you as an individual. So, what it means is that if you commit fraud in Wema Bank, as long as you use that BVN in any other place, you can be traced, whether in Union or Jais or anywhere. And with the innovation too of NIN, it's easy for you to be traced. But one thing about fraud is that it's not fraud till when it is committed.
Hmm.
So where the banks realize that a fraud has been done, by this time the fraudster must have already committed because you are not charged till you're guilty. So the money must have left. So you can now call it fraud. If the money has not left, it's what attempted
Fraud.
fraud. So when the money has left, now the bank now has to try to recover the lost money. So when the bank tries to recover, it's difficult because by that time you don't know how fast that money has moved and gone. Now, a lot of young people are wise now. They don't use the banks. Once they commit fraud, they move it to wallets. All this I won't call any name. They move it to wallets. Why? And why? Because the wallet is not easily traceable. You can just open wallets on your phone. Some people will open wallets, they close it today. So they move it to several accounts and the money is gone, and it will take the bank now probably a week or a month to trace those money. So by that time, you are saying, bank, I kept my money with you. You cannot help me secure my money. You cannot help me do all of that. So by that time, the bank will need time to recover. And sometimes the money is gone. You now have to arrest the fraudster. And it now depends if you're able to recover that money or not. So that's where the bank comes into play. And also, the bank invests so much in cybersecurity. That's to secure your bank account. But this fraudster also, they are advanced because they develop themselves daily. So when you give out your personal information, you click on phishing mails, you go to sites that you are not familiar with, you are not secured, you put in your card details and all of that. And fraud can be committed, can get into your account through all of that. So at that point in time, the bank has little or nothing to do. So the banks too also, when you're signing for ATM card, they give you an indemnity to sign. They say if I divulge any information on this card, you won't hold the bank liable to that. So I think some of us don't know that. So just to protect yourselves against fraudsters, keep your card safe because with your card details alone, they don't need your phone, they don't need to access your bank, they can do transactions on them. Through links you click, they can have access to your bank details on your email or your phone or through your alert and all of that.